Hey guys, so we're close to being a month away from season 2 of Stranger Things, and I'm really excited because this show just completely caught me off guard. Let's talk about it, because I don't even want to say anything before just getting into it. I just want to get right into it. So, it's November 1983. One of my favorite years. I believe that's the year Return of the Jedi came out. Just a little Star Wars trivia. There is this laboratory called Hawkins, and they are able to open a rift to the Upside Down, an alternate dimension. And there's this monster that escapes and abducts Will Byers, who is this normal kid. So his mom, Joyce, and the town's police chief, Jim Hopper, search for Will. And while all this is going on, his friends find this girl who has a connection to Hawkins. And we get a pretty entertaining series. So let's talk about the cast first. Winona Ryder, however you say her name, I'm just gonna say Winona Ryder. She's amazing as Joyce Byers. She is a great actress in most of the things I've seen her in, Alien Resurrection being the only exception. But she's really good at playing this grieving mother, and then the way she reacts when she sees all these strange things, pun intended, happen, it's really well done. And then you have the main kids, Mike, Dustin, and Lucas, easily the best part of the show. They add so much heart, so much fun, and so much comedy, and they're all just great actors that work very well off of each other. And I'm really excited to see how their dynamic works out in season 2, and if it's, if they form an even stronger bond, or if it's about the same. I'm just really interested in that. And then you have Millie Bobby Brown, who steals the entire show as Eleven. She's funny, she's cool, she gets some of the best parts in the show. She's not used to the normal world, so there's a lot of comedy there with her just reacting to normal everyday things that we're all used to. And she has powers, and that's really cool. She gets some pretty downright awesome scenes of her using her powers, and she was one of the coolest characters, probably the coolest character on the show. But even though she is the coolest character, my personal favorite character in the series was Hopper, played by David Harbour, who is actually going to be playing Hellboy in the upcoming reboot, which I'm really excited about because they just released on Wednesday the first image of him as Hellboy, and so pretty excited for that. And he gives a great performance in the show. He gets a ton of development as a character, and I really liked how his backstory ties into the main plot, because he kind of went through a similar thing that Joyce went through, except his daughter didn't get, kidnapped by an evil Demogorgon from an alternate dimension. She just died, but still, they both lost kids, so that's a cool connection. Lamp. Stupid lamp. This show, again, it's set during my favorite time period, the time period that I would go back to multiple times if I had a time machine, the 80s. I absolutely love the 80s. It's just great. It's a great time. They had the best movies, the best songs. I was gonna say the best TV shows, but no, I really like a lot of the TV shows that we have today. But either way, 80s was the best. And I absolutely love the 80s aesthetic of this show, because it definitely does have several homages. It has several homages to, or however you say that word, to horror and sci-fi stuff from the 80s, and that definitely adds an extra element of fun to the show. I think you say homage. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. But anyways, I thought all of the storylines in the show were pretty great. But if I had to pick one that was kind of weak, it'd probably be the one involving Jonathan and Nancy. It's not a bad storyline, because it definitely adds a lot of character development to both of those characters. It's just that if their storyline had been cut and their characters were cut, it wouldn't really impact the show all that much. Like, it does add a little bit to their characters and definitely adds a little extra element of heart to the show. But it's probably the weakest storyline in the show. But, yeah. The theme is amazing. I absolutely love the theme song. It has, like, a great 80s techno eerie vibe that I just really love. The pacing is really great. The show is very well paced. You have 13, I believe, about 45-minute long episodes, and each one feels very well paced and very well written and directed and edited. And the show as a whole, just binge watching the whole thing, it feels very satisfying as a story. Like, it never feels like something's being rushed over or they're spending too much time on something. It just feels perfect. The visual effects are great. The visual style of the Upside Down is a cool and different design that gives the world a unique flavor to it, and I really enjoy that. I enjoy when TV shows and movies take these worlds and concepts that we're familiar with, and then they add a new kind of design or storyline or element to it that just adds some extra fun to it and adds a unique flavor. I mean, this show, it completely stole the summer of 2016. I mean, I remember I never heard of this show. I had never heard of this show before it dropped. And then all of a sudden it just freaking blew up and it was all everyone was talking about. It was like, this show is amazing. Have you seen Stranger Things? If you haven't, you need to watch Stranger Things. The show is so good. You need to watch it. If you haven't watched it yet, you need to watch it. When are we gonna get season 2? And it still took me over a year to watch. I usually like to check things out once I hear, like, a lot of people recommending it. I'm like, well, I guess if a lot of people are talking about it, then it's something I should check out. Never did. Until about, like, 3 weeks ago, maybe? Maybe shorter, maybe longer. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, season 2 looks good. If not, it looks like it'll be as good, if not better, than season 1. And I mean, apparently season 3 is on the way too, so that's fun. I cannot wait to see more stuff set in this world. And I think if you're into fun, supernatural stories, 80s homages, settings, sci-fi, horror, this show is for you. I mean, honestly, if you have Netflix and you haven't watched Stranger Things yet, do yourself a favor and watch it. This show is incredible. And I am going to give Stranger Things Season 1 an A+. This is a review, guys, I was really looking forward to doing, and I'm so glad I finally did it. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what you think of Stranger Things Season 1. And check out our Patreon page in the description. Make a contribution if you would like. And we'll see you in the next video.